Now let's talk about the competitors' concerns on the management, etc. So high promoter salaries. This is the first concern. Highly competitive. Online travel agency is operating in a highly competitive mode. There are established players like Make My Trip, Yatra, etc. Disruption caused by COVID pandemic. It impacted companies' revenues in FY21 and it will still impact companies' revenue in FY22 because of the second wave of the pandemic as well as the local lockdowns that were enforced by the various states and the restrictions by the government on the flight operations. So it will probably take another couple of years or at least one financial year for the company to regain its growth path. The company's revenue is highly concentrated. The 98% of the revenue comes from the airline ticketing, selling of the airline tickets. Any unrelated diversification can be a concern and this needs to be monitored. Cyclical nature of travel market, drop in quality of service. So if the company is not able to sustain to the expectations of the customers and it is not able to provide that top class services to the customers, then it may result in the customers getting away from the company. Friends, in today's digital world, there is no concept as customer loyalty. Customer will move to the platform which will enable him the better interface and which will enable him the better deals and better discounts. And there are certain corporate governance issues. The company's promoters in the past had given loans to the promoter-run entities like certain Bollywood films, Bollywood firms, right? And those loans were written off. So this needs to be monitored going ahead. Company should not diverse its revenues and profits from this business to the promoter-run entities or third-party entities. Those will eventually be written off. So these are certain competitions, certain challenges, certain concerns that need to be monitored in future if you are planning to invest in these companies. Let's talk about the financials now. The company's gross booking revenue increased from rupees 200 crores to rupees 420 crores from from FY18 to FY20, registering a growth at the CAGR rate of 47%. As you see, the company's GBR dropped to rupees 212 crores in 21 because of the COVID-led pandemic disruption. And this degrowth may continue for this financial year as well, unless and until the situation comes back to the normal and the airline industry operates with its full capacity. Let's talk about the operating profit. From FY18 to FY20, the company has grown its operating profit at the CAGR of 93%. It was around 12 crores in FY18 and now the profit is around 87 crores. And company is able to achieve this despite of the revenue degrowth in FY21. If you see in FY20, the profit was 59 crores, whereas in FY21 it is 87 crores. And the operating profit margins has also zoomed to the level of 58%. Of course, I think once the market comes to the normalization, these kind of margins are difficult to sustain, and this kind of growth is also difficult to sustain. But we can reasonably expect that company should be able to retain the operating margins at the level of 30%, and it should be able to retain the CAGR maybe at the level of 25-30%, which is again a very good number. Let's talk about the net profit. Company's net profit has grown at a CAGR of 105%. Again, tracking the trend from the operating profit, net profit margin also zoomed to 40% in FY21. Let's talk about the balance sheet strength, return on equity. Company is able to maintain the ROE in the excess of 30%, which is again a very good indicator. Company has generated positive operating cash flow for last 4 financial years, and its OCF has increased to rupees 74 crores in FY20. Let's talk about the key ratios. The current market price is rupees 435. The market cap is 4,725 crores. It's a small cap company. The current PE is 75. So the company is extensively valued. Other parameters like 5-year median PE, PEG, 5-year stock price CAGR are not applicable because company got listed in the market just 4 months back. And in this 4 months, company's stock has almost zoomed by 2.5 times. The promoter holding is around 75%. There is no promoter pledging. OPM and NPM are 58% and 40% for FY21. Company is debt-free company and hence debt equity ratio is 0. ROE is around 37%. Company is not paying any dividend, so dividend yield is 0%. Now let's talk about the qualitative analysis. Let's talk about the first one is consumer monopoly. Company has the consumer monopoly in the segment that it operates. The answer is no, because the segment is highly competitive. There are other established players. So definitely company doesn't hold a consumer monopoly. Do you understand how the company's business works in the industry, product and services it works? Yes. Its main business is selling the airline tickets. It is a part of the travel industry. Is there a chance that company will get obsolete in next 20 years? I don't think so. Does the business have consistent operating history? Yes. Company is been in the operation for around last 20 years and it is consistently generating positive operating cash flows and positive operating profits and net profits for last 4 or 5 years. Now let's talk about the financial performance. Is company outpacing sales growth with the profit growth? Answer is yes. We saw from FY20 to FY21, there is a degrowth in the revenue, but the operating profit and net profit increased and the margin are also increased. In fact, those are at very high level. Is the company consistently earning high ROE? Yes, the company's ROE is consistently in the excess of 30+%, which is a very good number. Company is completely debt free. Company, I don't think is free to adjust the price for inflation as such because it is again a very competitive industry. But company can claim more and more customer share because of its because of the no convenience fee strategy of the company. Company's price obviously is not suffering from any market. In fact, it has zoomed 2.5 times in just 4 months. So definitely company is very expensively traded. Let's talk about the management. As we stated in the previous slide, couple of concerns are the salary of the promoters is very high. And in the past, promoter has used company funding or other unrelated areas like funding the movies, and the loans has also been written off. The third party related transaction needs to be monitored. So definitely these raises some concerns on the company's management quality. You need to monitor this. So let's see, is company worth an investment? It is only profitable online travel agency, but the valuations are expensive. Share price doubled more than twice. Good growth potential in long term. Company should be able to attract more and more consumers by enhancing its website and mobile platforms and adding more and more location, adding more and more languages, right? Improving the user interface. And this industry is expected to grow at a CAGR of 15% in next 4 to 5 years. So these should provide growth levers for the company. Because of the pandemic, the company's revenue is suffered in 2021. It will suffer in 2022 as well. It will need some more time to get back to the revenue growth. Any future lockdowns or corona wave could cause setback to the company. So is company worth an invest? Should you invest? My take is study the annual reports, listen to the con calls, assess your financial risk and profile, assess your financial goals, and create your own narrative, and then decide whether this company is worth an investment for you. So, friends, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And with this, we come to end of this episode. Thank you.